I have a crush on my stepmom. My stepmom married my dad 12 years ago, so I knew her since I was very young. I developed a crush on her. She is Asian, Chinese, so I kind of am attracted to Asian girls as a result, but I don't intend on reproducing with them. I want children that look like me. But still, I do often dream about myself with my stepmom, and I do get jealous of my dad sometimes. Yeah, that's it.
Is my Spanish teacher racist? I'm about to report her, but I'm not sure. Please, someone answer me. I'm a junior in high school, currently taking Spanish 3 honors. A few days ago, my Spanish teacher made some of us write the answer for the homework on the chalkboard, and I was one of them. Our homework was basically writing a sentence using preterite form of a verb. When I finished, she started reading the answers out loud. However, she started mocking me when I wrote my answer down. I wrote custadosmente instead of writing cuidadosamente. It was clearly a spelling mistake, and rest of the sentence was fine. The whole class started laughing at me, and I was fine with it because it was a stupid mistake, and I also felt like I deserved it. However, my Spanish teacher said, "Did you get this from a Korean translate?" I am Korean, but what does this have to do with my spelling error? I told her that I did not use a Korean translate, and she just ignored me. She continued to mock me for using a Korean translate, and I don't even know what that even means. What is the difference between English to Spanish translate and Korean to Spanish translate? She later said that I am using Korpanish. I spent most of my lives in the US and I don't even speak fluent Korean. By the end of the period, other Spanish teacher came in the room and my Spanish teacher literally said, "My friend here made up a new vocabulary today. He used Korean translate to make up a whole new vocab, and this isn't even Spanglish. This is Korpanish," as she was tapping my shoulder. The other teacher said that I need a new dictionary in Spanish. Everything that I said happened in the class where there were 10 more students. I really think this was racially motivated, but am I overreacting?
Babysat for a friend and will never have kids because what the actual, as title goes, babysat for a friend who was in a pickle, a 8, 5, and 1.5-ish-year-old baby. I only babysat for maybe 2 hours, but the 5-year-old is a little demon, screams and throws things everywhere. The baby wouldn't stop screaming, and when it would stop, the 5-year-old would run up and hit it or do something to make the baby scream at the top of its lungs. I couldn't even go use the washroom because of the little turds. I was so mentally exhausted from those 2 hours, I had to sit and stare at the wall for an hour after I got home. I have the utmost respect for mothers, but I really do not understand why people even have children. To voluntarily ruin their body, social life, and finances just to deal with demons every damn day until they hit 18. Lord, thank God for birth control. Also, question: my friend wanted to go out for dinner after with me, but that would have entailed waiting for her for another 3 hours while she puts the kids down to sleep. I politely made an excuse because I could not stand it anymore. I think she sensed I did not want to be there anymore. I feel bad, but like, meh.
I am the luckiest girl who has ever lived today. It's past 3 a.m. now, my birthday. I am the luckiest girl who has ever lived. I woke up, went to a breakfast planned by my two best friends and my twin sister's fiance. We drank 2 pictures of mimosas. Then they took my sister and I to a local science museum where there was a new dog exhibit. We love dogs. I was tipsy at 10 a.m. at the dog exhibit. They gave me beautiful and personalized gifts. Then I went back to my apartment and put makeup on. My sister's fiance drove us to our hometown to celebrate our birthday with our family. We drank margaritas. My parents gave us our birthday gifts and I got an amazing new big air fryer since my cheap one broke. Then we went out to the bars a city over and spent the night drinking with all our friends. We did karaoke. We laughed until we cried. Every fucking person brought me a gift. When I was dropped off at my apartment past 3 a.m., it took me 3 trips up to my apartment on the 2nd floor to get my gifts up to my place. I live alone. I am the luckiest girl alive. I am fucking introverted. I am fucking depressed as shit on a daily basis. I am still surrounded by love. I cannot escape it. No matter how lowly I think of myself. I cannot believe my life. I cannot believe it. I am the luckiest girl alive. I do the bare minimum and I receive so much in return. For no reason. I cannot fathom it. I am the luckiest girl alive.
I realized how disgusting I am after a fight with the man I loved. So I, 32F, had a weird on and off relationship with a man, 40M, that I thought I loved. Today, after a long day at work, we were watching movies, and everything seemed so nice and peaceful. He was lying on the sofa with his legs up, and I was on a pillow next to him, but my body was positioned lower than his. Next thing I know, he farted right next to my face, and I jumped up, moved away, and looked at him in disbelief. He just laughed and walked away. Then I've heard him talking on the phone to a woman. I recognize by the voice it is his employer friend. She did me dirty, never apologized. He picked her side when it happened. I got over it and said nothing. Tried to keep the peace with him. He didn't intervene. These two things combined hit me like a ton of bricks and were like a red cloth for a bull. Then it hit me. I am disgusting. I let it happen. I let everything come to this point. I took it. I stayed with him by his side, no matter how badly he treated me. All of it is my fault, and I did it to myself. He has no respect to me, or what I feel, or what I think. Big argument followed. He just pushed me out of the room and slammed the door in my face. I left to a friend's place for the night. I need help, and I need out. I am ashamed of myself, devastated. I have no family or relatives nearby, but I can get by. How did I let it go on for so long and come to this? As soon as I move out, I'll look for help with my mental health.
I don't have the heart to tell my husband I'm leaving him. I love him more than anything in this world, but I just can't be whatever I am to him. He hasn't worked since 2020 and was living off unemployment until it ran out. I think he got so accustomed to not working, he's just lazy now and can't hold a job. We've been married for 2 years now, and I've been supporting him financially, and I can't do it anymore. It's exhausting. He's depressed, won't shower, won't brush his hair, he looks homeless, and is always either sleeping on the couch or playing video games. I'm barely surviving living paycheck to paycheck. If he worked, it would be a huge help, but IDK, he's lazy. I think it's just best if someone comes to the door to serve him. If he'll even get off the couch to open the door, that is because he's too lazy to do even that.
Found porn on Grandpa's phone. My grandpa died last night. Today I saw his phone and seen that my grandma was trying to get into it. It was locked for 30 minutes. I got into it. Saw he had searched granny porn and other stuff. Nothing illegal. I deleted it so she wouldn't see it. Did I do the right thing? And I didn't search any further down. Should I have? Or was it good to just stop where I did and delete it? I loved him, and I know watching porn is normal. It's just weirded me out and shocked me because I'd never think he'd do that. He was a church-going person. How can I get it out my head? Even though everyone watches it, let's be real, it still has me lost for words. Kind of funny though in a way. Also for believers, he was a church-going guy and married for 40 plus years. He was a good guy. Will this hurt his chances of heaven? That's what has me worried.
I'm slowly becoming famous and I'm losing a lot of friends. What I'm going through is a unique, not totally relatable scenario or even talked about that much. Just wanted to share and hear thoughts. I work in the film industry in Los Angeles. I wasn't actually trying to become an actor when I moved to LA. I worked in a more technical part in the film industry. But slowly but surely, over the years, I got put in commercials, short films, and finally feature films more recently. From this, I've seen friends either fall into two categories. Either they start to hate me for what's happened to me, or they get a lot nicer and more interested in my life. I've dealt with some genuinely nasty, jealous behavior from former friends, and it's been very shocking in the time my career has started to take off. These end up being people I had no idea they'd turn into a green-eyed monster. It's an inevitable part of seeing your life change like this, and in some ways it makes you more isolated as a person and less trusting. Overall, I'm grateful for what's happened, but it also makes me sad that I'm seeing people I genuinely liked turn against me. I do want to emphasize, this isn't everyone, but not the funnest thing to deal with. Hope everyone has a safe and good holiday.
Actual response from my boss. I had to put my dog of 16 years down yesterday. She's been with me and my family through multiple moves, heartbreaks, family deaths, college, you name it. My childhood dog, who took a sharp decline these past few days and was otherwise healthy, was gone in a matter of minutes. I texted him and told him I was not going to be in for my shift, and this is the response I got back, verbatim. Yep, not good thing knowing we have no one else to cover it, but okay. I'm trying not to crash the fuck out because how can you be so heartless? Never mind the fact that corporate jobs and their managers love to use the everyone's replaceable card until it comes to situations like these. Now I've got guilt and anxiety clouding my mind when I just want to grieve in peace. I'm anticipating a lecture when I get back about leaving the store high and dry. I'm just over it.
As with all good things, this video too has come to an end. But never fear Reddit fans. Stick around, there's plenty more where that came from.